Okay, so today we're going to talk about a genre of fragrance that's quite special to me. We're going to talk about Rose Ouds, and we're going to go over my top 10 in my collection. And this is a highly subjective list, but Rose Ouds are pretty special to me because they are what got me into oud. And honestly, that's what gets a lot of people into oud because the combination of oud and rose, they are meant for each other. Something about that is just the perfect dynamic. You get the jammy, sweet rose with that really nice floral aspect, and then you get the spicy, metallic oud or animalic oud. It just kind of depends. But like those two blended together are just awesome. They work really well, and it makes a very good gateway or a bridge to start getting into regular ouds. So we're gonna dive into this list. And before we get started, drop your favorite Rose Ouds, top 3, top 5, top 10, I don't care. Just drop some of them and let's get a conversation started. Let's start this. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick, also known as Scent Nick. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. And if you're new here, I create fragrance content mainly in the form of detailed reviews. And like today, we're gonna be going over a list that is highly subjective. These are my tastes. You can take them or leave them. They don't really matter. It's just my opinion on things. So take it for what you will. If you like my taste, you may like a few of these, but if you don't, hey, that's cool. We can all have our own opinions. Guys, if you are interested in that kind of content, please consider hitting the like button, drop a comment below, and join our community by hitting the red subscribe button. And now let's get back to this list. So when I say Rose Oud, I feel like for most people, there's one fragrance that really just pops out. It kind of set the standard. And guess what? That fragrance is not on this list. That fragrance is Maison Francis Kurkdjian's Oud Satin Mood. I have it. I don't care for it though, so it's not on the list. I know a lot of people really love it. But we're gonna get into my list, starting with one of my quintessentials, the first Rose Oud I ever bought, which was Raja Parfums Amber Oud. And yeah, it's beautiful, dark. This is like a really interesting Rose Oud. It's got the quintessential DNA, very rose heavy, but you get a really bright fig note in here with the ylang-ylang and the other florals. The oud is actually fairly soft in this. It's a very clean oud, spicy, woody, metallic. You get some animalic touches, a little bit of civet in here, giving depth, giving it density. You get a lot of warm spices, sandalwood, ambergris. Ambergris is pretty prevalent in this, but really overall, this is a super crisp, very jammy rose and very citrus and floral rose oud, which I think is divine. One of the next Rose Ouds I ever got, which the masses didn't care for it a whole lot, I feel like at first, but now it's actually really well regarded. This is Oud Symphony from Precious Liquid. So this one is a really interesting take because it takes that Rose Oud DNA, but adds passion fruit and rum. So you get this boozy, sweet, juicy opening, borderline bubblegummy in a good way because I can't stand a bubblegum note in fragrance. But then you also get a very clean oud again and a nice amount of rose and other woods. This thing performs very well. It's a little bit warmer of a rose oud fragrance. This is definitely suited for the cooler months. Really solid projection on this one. It's so stinking nice. This next one isn't outright a rose oud fragrance, but I think it's close enough that I can put it in this list. This was a blind buy, and it was a blind buy win for me a couple years ago. This is Tom Ford's Noir de Noir. And it's so interesting because this fragrance got brought up in conversation today with a friend of mine. But really, this one leans into patchouli, and it's a very chocolatey patchouli. You get a good amount of rose in here. You get truffle, which is very nice. It gives it a little earthiness. It gives it this luxurious feel. You get saffron in the top. There's a very subtle amount of oud in here. It's very subtle, like I said, very subtle. It's barely there, but it's enough that I can call this a rose oud. So if you like chocolate, you like rose, you like patchouli, you like floral notes, this thing is gonna be right up your alley. So definitely check that one out. Now, this next one on the list is the most expensive, bar none. It's insanely complex, but it's incredible. This comes from the house of Insar Oud. This, and you can't really tell, this is CP Raspberry. This is a little travel atomizer I got for free. I don't think I can actually pull this one out to show you guys. But this, no, that was a mistake. This thing, guys, is awesome. Actually, I think I can just go right there. Beautiful. This is real oud. There we go. CP Raspberry. That was a fun little, okay, it's not good. There we go. That was a fun little Sheesh, this is a mess. So what I love about this one is the insane amount of materials in this. There are all sorts of fresh spices. There is real rose, like we're talking rose autos, we're talking rose absolutes, Bulgarian, damask, like all these kinds of roses. There's a very nice amount of sandalwood in this one as well, a super high quality sandalwood. This is a bit challenging. You also get Blue Lotus, which Blue Lotus is phenomenal. You guys gotta check that one out. This is maybe one of the best beginner-friendly oud fragrances from Instar Oud. The other thing, obviously, being called CP Raspberry, this has a very beautiful raspberry note in this thing. This thing is dense, it's smoky, it's got some coffee in it as well. It lasts forever, and the scent trail is monstrous. It's expensive though, so if you have a way to sample it, do that, or just go for it and hope that you like it. This fragrance, it's so strong. I've only worn it a few times. It smells awesome, but this is Onyx from Aaron Terrence Hughes. And if you know, you know. This thing really features chocolate, plum, rose, and oud. It's again a very clean, real oud, very clean, very metallic, very spicy. The rose is very rich, very jammy and succulent. The chocolate is super creamy. It's there. The plum is bright and juicy at the top. And you also get the rest of the quintessential Aaron Terrence Hughes base of patchouli, musk, and ambergris, really just filling this thing out, giving it a lot of density and tenacity. Huge performance, 16 hours longevity on that thing, monstrous projection. It's insane. This next one you've heard me talk about just a little bit before. This is Mise en Cere's Perfect Oud. And yeah, this thing is a rose oud, but it's a much lighter take on it and very aromatic. Really, this leans into fresh and aromatic spices. Also juniper berry, musk, we're talking cedar, iris. We've got some oud in here, obviously. We got the rose. It's beautiful. It's fresh and spicy. It's masculine. It's a perfect everyday wear kind of thing with a nice powdery touch. I think it's incredible, and it's a wonderful way to get into the rose oud DNA. That was my first, I think. Well, I think I already said that. That was, yeah, it's a fantastic fragrance, guys. The next one is going to be from the House of Argos. This is one of the newer releases. This is Perseus Triumphant. This one was quite nice. I quite enjoyed this one. I didn't ever get to try Chiron's Veil, which I think some people thought that these were very similar, but this focuses in on saffron and leather in conjunction with rose and oud. You also get nice dry cedar, you get some musk in here, you get the lovely Argos DNA. It's also got sweetness. This thing lasts a long time. It sits fairly close to the skin. It's elegant. I love the spice at the beginning of that saffron. It's really nice, spicy, leathery, dry, and a good Argos version of rose oud. Okay, this bottle's special, and I don't know who it's for, but this is for someone watching. Someone's gonna resonate with this because I tried to sell this bottle. I actually sold it. It got to the person it went to. They decided they didn't want it, and they sent it back. And for some reason, I didn't know why, because I really needed the money at the time, but it came back, and I'm glad I did because it's here. This is Les Sables Roses from Louis Vuitton. And yeah, they have a few Rose Oud style fragrances in their lineup, but this one I think is the best interpretation of Rose Oud. You got multiple types of rose in this. You've got a very clean, again, oud, slightly animalic. This one's a bit darker, smokier, kind of oily, tar-like almost, paired with some ambergris, giving it that salty marine kind of feeling. The saffron is subtle in this one. Really, it focuses in on all the kinds of rose in this, as well as the ambergris and the oud. Performance, monstrous. This one is perfectly unisex. Guys, someone is, yeah, this is for someone. I don't know why it came back to me, but it's for this video. I know it. Okay, here is the beast of the list. This is the Night from Frederic Malle. Guys, this thing is the most, this is the definition of a not safe blind buy. This has the most pungent oud on this entire list. This thing is animalic to the core. It's fecal, it's funky. That's what Indian oud does. Indian oud is top tier. It's powerful, it's strong. This thing sticks on you forever, and it will just project, and it will turn heads in the wrong way, unfortunately. But if you are used to that kind of note, you are going to love this. The rose is equally as strong as this. The opening is pure oud. It's so strong. You get amber, you get incense as well. paired with sandalwood and saffron. It's, again, this is a quintessential Rose Oud kind of DNA. It's not branching too much, but really it focuses in on using high quality, crazy, challenging Indian oud. Huge performance, huge price tag. It's divine. And wrapping us up, we're going back to Raja Parfums. This is Taif Aoud. Now don't seek this bottle out. This is the Fortnum & Mason one. You're gonna pay a premium to find this bottle. The current formulations are the same, but this is a beautiful aldehydic take on Rose Oud, paired with, you know, florals, cassis, some clove, fresh spices, oriental spices. This one's highly aromatic. The oud is nice and prominent in here. It's very easy to wear. The rose in this one is a Taif rose, so obviously with the name Taif Aoud, you're gonna get more aromatic, less jammy, very clean, paired with ylang ylang, the white florals, and down in the base, you're gonna get some resin, labdanum, incense, vanilla, musk. Huge performance on this one again, easy 12 hours, nice medium projection on that. It's gorgeous. I like that one quite a bit more than Amber Oud personally. I think it's maybe one of the best Rose Ouds that Raja has done in his line. Guys, with all that said, I hope you enjoyed that list. If any of them resonated with you, please consider dropping a comment down below of which one and why, or let me know your favorite Rose Oud. And if you enjoyed that video, hit the like button and join our community by hitting the red subscribe button. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.